me know when you're ready to rock, though.
Alright. 2, 3, 3, 2. I'm high as shit, my bad. 3, 2, 1.
So nah, for real. So, but look, check this out. Check this out. So you mean to tell me, now think about it, you mean to tell me, you could buy a controlled dangerous substance off of the street, right? Take the controlled dangerous substance, go to the 7-Eleven, go buy you some baking soda, put it in a pack, right? Take it home, put it in a pack, add some water to it, bend the fork, put it on the stove, in the bowl, mix it with the right, put the heat to the right temperature, let it oil down, lock up, whip it with your hand to it, lock up to the right consistency, take it off the heat at the right timing, all that, right? Break it down, put it in baggies, go find some people that's gonna buy it that you can't even market it. It ain't like you can put no sign up saying I got this. You want a sneaky tip, you gotta do all that, right? You gotta sneak, you gotta find the people that's gonna do this. Controlled dangerous substance that you can lose your freedom for. You can do all that. But you can't start an LLC. You can't put an LLC together. You can't get a DOT number. You can't you mean to tell me you can't manage a trucking company. You can manage the people that you selling that stuff to. You might front somebody. You gonna make sure he pay you, but you can't manage some drivers. So you mean to tell me you the slickest dude in the world, you could talk a female outside of her talk a female draws off her body, but you can't pre-trip a truck. Well, you can't study on the app to get your CDL. So that's the thing that I'm saying. All these things is we gotta think about what we doing moving forward. How we moving? We could do. It's harder to do all that other stuff than it is to do the right thing. You dig what I'm saying? And I ain't judging nobody because I came from that place. But we gotta start thinking, dang, you can't take a test, but you can risk your freedom. You dig what I'm saying? So that's how I wanted to open this up before we jump into the conversation. I got my man Melvin right here. I told him he wasn't gonna have to say nothing, but I want to ask him a couple questions. Now Melvin came through the program. He fresh inside the program. So this your second week. This your second full week working in the truck. What would you say the process been like all the way from beginning to now? But specifically since you like started working, you know what I'm saying? We know you came through the program, you blew through, you did everything right. But give me some insight, and you can touch on one of the topics I was just talking about. But I do want to get into what's your process right now.
Right now, I can't complain. It's been smooth, smooth as it can be. Okay. I text them sometimes in the middle of the night. What's the rate? Where are we going? What's the distance? You know, all that is part of the game, but it's worth it. You know, everything is smooth since I started. I got 2 weeks in. Every day I've been working. I haven't been off. So the truck that I personally have, which is mine, that I just got with his help as well as, hey, this is a good truck. Hey, can we do it? Can we put it to work? Maintenance wise, all that stuff. He's been on top of it with me as well. So work wise, I can't complain. It's been smooth. He's been guiding me, telling me, this is where you're hauling for. This is what the rate is going to be. This is how far you're going to go. You know, so I can't complain. And it's a learning process, you know.
Now speak about that, not to cut you off. Now speak about the learning process. What have been some challenges? Because I know people going to be looking like, man, I know it ain't all gravy. Give them some challenges, and then we can give them and then we can talk about the upside.
Look, first of all, when you have this CDL, when you drive, it's totally different. Once you're a rookie, you're fresh out of school, your next step will be to go drive. Once you drive, you know, you got to get the hang of it, of traffic, because I tell you, people will cut you off and all that stuff. Now, here's the thing with me personally. Drive calm, drive easy. Once you get the hang of it, everything's going to come easy to you. that's one of the challenges I'm seeing myself. I do have a little bit of experience, so it makes it a little bit easier for me. Challenges are going to be that being patient, getting the hang of what truck you're driving, whether it's automatic or stick shift. Get the hang of it. Once you get the hang of it, it's going to be so much easier.
When I started out, let me cut you off again. When I started out, technology wasn't where it was at, and it was only 7-8 years ago. And one of the challenges I had was just even knowing where a dump site was at.
Yep.
But now it's a little bit easier. You know, we got Google Maps. We had Google Maps then when I was working, and that was like one of my best friends. And people's like, "Oh, you ain't no real trucker if you're using the GPS." But now we using the app and stuff like that. The app tell you where it's at. But as far as like the dump sites and stuff like that, how that process move with you is cool.
As of right now,
Is
yes.
it still challenging to get used to?
At times, because every day we're doing different sites.
Right.
So when you do different sites, it's not always going to be the same dump site. You know, matter of fact, today we went to the same location to pick up, but it was a different, dump site.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, while you're driving, get yourself a cell phone mount or a GPS mount, and just be patient. Don't rush it. Don't rush in. And in the beginning, it's going to be a real slow kind of deal, but it'll pick up. You'll get used to it, and it just makes it easier while you're driving. But yeah, the dump sites in the beginning, I was just like, oh man, where?
Right.
And then you got to deal with this. Another challenge is when you get to the place to dump, there's gonna be some mean people in there. No, you gotta go over there and dump. No, you don't park there. Right? A lot of that type of stuff, man. You're gonna see. But once you get familiar, once you get acquainted with these people or the sites, next time you know, oh, okay, I know exactly where to go dump.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes there is rules that you gotta follow when you gotta go pick up. Sometimes, the county or whatever, they don't want you to park on the street. Nathan, the other day he was like, hey, don't park on the street, park in Home Depot lot. Stage yourself there for before the work manager's gonna call you or supervisor, hey, we're ready to go. So little things like that, tedious stuff that it irks you as a driver, man. But then you get used to it. They don't have to tell you anymore. Like down the road, man, you already know. You hit to it, you park, you stay somewhere else. It comes, man. But the beginning might be a little bit confusing because right now I get a little bit confused. I'm always texting him, calling him, hey, look, where's this ticket go? What number goes on this stuff? Like, it's part of the game. It's part of the game, and it'll get better as you're getting more used to it. Doing it, repeatedly. I mean, the good thing about it, what I like about it, you're not always at the same spot.
Right.
I like
Going to different spaces
because
I would say just from the outside looking in, as the advisor, I think the trucking part is more easy for Melvin to catch than the paperwork part. So
yeah.
Melvin moves so fast, we in the truck. You got the truck when we working, the next week, and we straight at it and this, that, and the third, and then he get okay. So where this ticket go, like you said, or what's this, or all right, so the invoice and stuff like that, and, in the back work, which is highly important, getting all that stuff down. But it's just like the trucking. So once you got the trucking down, the same way you get the trucking down, where the dirt go and the sites, and it get easier. And once you take your time, it get easier every day. It's the same thing with the paperwork. Once you got you a system, you know how it flow, then you off to the races. Then this stuff be second nature. All that stuff second nature to me because I did it. So it all come with experience, due diligence, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Another thing too, like and keep in mind that I'm new. I'm new.
Mm-hmm.
It don't mean shit. Like just because I have my own truck, no, it doesn't mean I'm new to the business. I'm apart from the driving, apart from the tickets. Everybody's gonna have a different mindset what they want to do, right? But like for me, it's more of the understanding the ins and outs behind the scenes of the business itself.
Absolutely.
That's how, because I'm going another route. Everybody's gonna have their own goals, right?
Exactly.
So this is the beauty about him, that he'll pick your brain out and be like, oh, okay, this is what you want to do because he's experienced.
Exactly. I did it. So I'm gonna take you to as far as you want to go. I got the information, and this ain't about me. This is a we thing. This everybody. So I'm walking on my purpose, and I'm helping people. You know what I'm saying? I like how Melvin moved. I do want to tell him this publicly. Melvin ain't a complainer. He asks questions. He adjusts. He don't complain. If he don't know something, he gonna ask. People don't ask questions. Man, truckers, you might get some nasty people at the sites, man, but everybody that's out trucking, man, truckers are some nice people. You know what I'm saying? Ask questions, man. You're not gonna know the answer if you ask questions. A lot of times, people try to go at stuff themselves and make it harder on themselves. So the dumping experience, when you first dump the load, I want to ask about that because that's always like a pivotal point for everybody that jumping a dump truck. So when you first dumped that first load, how was it? Was you nervous? Did it go smooth? What was the process of you dumping that load?
Well, again, before I ever came to you, I like I said, everybody's gonna be different. I had a little bit of experience already before coming, right? So to me, it was just, hey, I'm back at doing what I want to do, you know. So it was just like second nature. I was just
you're like, I'm ready.
I did it.
I got it.
I mean, I guess that question might be more fit for somebody like completely new.
Yeah. So scratch that question. Y'all don't get no insight out. He was already raw. For me, it was kind of, I was so hungry at the time. Everything was super new to me, so everything was crazy. So my first dumping experience was just as crazy as me pulling out the yard. So all mine is kind of blurred into one. But you do want to make sure, I just had to make sure I was level. That's what everybody told me. Make sure I was level, make sure my tailgates pop, and raise the bed up, dump it, move forward a little bit. I was scared to move forward when I first did it. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to flip over. But you know, that question was somebody else because I ain't got no answer to it because I can't even remember. It was so traumatizing me again. It wasn't traumatizing. I just couldn't. I just had to go at it. I had to go at it. So I'm glad yours was smooth. I mean, my first day was just a rough day period.
With us working together, it was good. But when I first worked at, going back to your question, I mean, I don't know. Some people have the nag, man. Like they just have a little bit of common sense. If you're either engineer, mechanic, like my background is mechanic, so I worked on cars so much. So I'm raising the bed, right? Obviously, it got to be level and everything. I get that. I got trained and everything. And I'm not saying I'm a professional, but when you reminded me the other day, I'm like, yeah, don't forget, Melvin, because you don't want to flip this bit.
Yeah.
So the first time I did it, I'm raising it up. People have different ways of actually doing that process. So as you're raising it up, if you feel like that bed is going to be touching that back of that mountain, dirt, gravel, whatever you're on or dumping there, stop the bed, pull up a little bit, bring the bed back up a little bit, let everything fall out. Now, some people don't like when you got to bring down that bed. Some people, me personally, have an aluminum bed. Some people have steel bed. With the aluminum, I don't like smacking my tailgate. With the steel, I guess you can do it because I see all the guys doing it. But when you bring down the bed, the whole smacking effect is just to get whatever debris that's left over in the bed just to come down. Because I learned the hard way not that long ago that if you leave stuff in your bed, you'll be there all evening taking that out.
Yeah, it'll get wicked. I do the smacking the bed. So in my aluminum body truck, I'm smacking the bed one time.
Yeah.
So I'm moving up. So my trick is to get the dirt. I'm dumping the dirt so that my tailgate is on the heel of my dirt. On my pile like this, I move up one good time, it's going to slam. Bam. That one good slam is going to be good. I'm not over slamming it. In my steel body truck, I can slam it as many times as I want. And it's going to be good as a steel body. You still don't want to do that. It's real, steel real heavy. 2-3 slams in a steel body, you good. Aluminum, you don't want to keep banging the stuff up. I'm pretty sure people want to know about the money part. How you feel about the money? I know you before you got a program, you quit your job and you went and got you was like you went cold turkey. You went straight out here to chase your dreams. You 2 weeks in, you get your first check in 3 days. 3 days. So how you feel about the money? You got your invoices in. You 2 weeks in. How you feel about the money and how you feel about the overall trucking experience? Was it worth the leap of faith that you jumped?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna put numbers out there, but just 1 week worth of work, it's better than where where I was. You know, I mean,
Yes, sir.
Nate is gonna tell you that, you know, the type of money that you're gonna get weekly, you got to be smart with it. And there's a lot of things behind it too. Just, you know, once you see that money, don't go crazy with it, because in my case, you know, I don't care to put in my business out there, but I do have a truck payment. I do have truck insurance. I do have my personal expenses at the end of the month. So to answer your question, yeah, man, like weekly, dude. Like when I was at the shop, I can't complain either. I love that shop. I've been there for 15, 16 years working for Volkswagen. They're called West Greenways Alexandria Volkswagen.
Okay.
I love that it's a family owned. It's not a corporate dealership.
Okay.
So I love them. I have so much respect for them for even giving me the chance back in the days when, you know, working on cars.
Shout out to them, man. Shout out to them.
So with them, I always carry it on my heart, and that's the reason why I'm here too, because I was able to make money, save some money, play money, you know, and all that stuff. But the pay, can't complain, because here's the thing: if you don't have somebody like this, that was the first thing I told you when I got to you. I was like, where do you go look for work? Who are you gonna go to that's gonna dispatch you? Because he's my dispatcher at the end of the day. Who's gonna dispatch you? Are you gonna be able to trust this guy? Is he really giving you that top dollar for whatever job we're gonna go do? So me personally, I cannot complain. Just doing numbers, crunching numbers, and he's seen that I'm a little bit meticulous with my shit. So it's just like, hey, at the end of the month, I'm averaging, estimating, whatever. We're good. You know, I can't not complain. Like,
now I do got to add this in. He did do a little bit complaining. The first time he did a little bit complaining last night about the job. But he ended up making it work himself when he got out there using his own wit. We ain't got to tell him how you did that, how you finessed it. But he was like, oh, this job, boo boo. I'm like, look, Melvin, I'm telling you, blah, blah, blah. And he finessed it today.
But the thing is this though, Nate, like, as all your students or all the new guys that are coming in, you got to be smart too. You got to put yourself in and think and say, is this job worth it? Is it worth the fuel that I'm going to waste today to go do this type of load? And at the end of the day, you see the pay and you're like, yeah, I don't, you know, you got to be smart, understand how this works, understand how things, you know, like with him, like we always go back and forth in a good way, you know, in the sense of, hey, look, this is how much it pays. And sometimes when I don't think it's right, like last night, I told him, hey man, I don't think this is gonna play out for me real good, because unfortunately, I hate to say this, but the economy of the money, everything's expensive. Fuel's expensive right now. But you still can make it though, man. You can still make it. Look at just 2 weeks in.
2 weeks
and
in.
I'm seeing, and this is that. I haven't really seen like that crunching number, that hard paying numbers and all that good stuff, and I'm waiting for that to happen. But so far, I can't complain. The pay is there. I've been working every day, and this ain't for the lazy neither, man. Like if you're gonna be complaining, oh, I'm gonna get back to the parking lot all late.
Right.
It's part of the game, man. Like if you can't deal with that, I don't think this is for you, then probably, man.
So look, I came out Monday. So I came out Monday, right? I went out myself Monday. And I came down here. You know me, I'm a real trucker. I'm a big trucker. So I come down at my time, down the yard. Y'all full of trucks. I came down, it was early morning. It's probably like 4 or 5 in the morning. I come down here. Guess what? I only seen one person down here when I got down here. And that was Melvin. Then he got dudes that been trucking way longer than him. When I got down to the yard on my time, the only person that was here was Melvin, you know what I'm saying? My man came right after that, but Melvin was here when I got here. So you gotta have a drive too. You really gotta have a will and a want for more. You dig what I'm saying? So, nah, man, I just wanted to get some insight, you know what I'm saying, to the people, man. And I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you're doing, man, and keep pumping. You feel me?
That's all him.
Let's get it.
Getting everything in line for me. And me just execute. That's all.
Right.
Because, like, my biggest problem was that, okay, yeah, I'll go buy the damn truck. Where's the work at?
Right.
Who do I go? Who do I contact? You know, it was just so mind bothering at the end of the day. And then I saw this guy and I saw what he's doing and what he's promoting, And what you started off saying in this video, it's not worth it, man. Like these young heads doing this Bama shit, man. Like it's not worth it. Get into something that you can hustle. This is a hustling game that could get you in the position that, hey, look at him.
It's just like the streets. It's literally just like the
pick
streets.
your poison, man. Pick your poison.
You feel
What's
me?
our poison? We can do freaking dirt or gravel, asphalt,
Whatever
all of
you
that,
want.
or
So you
you
got-
want to get paid by hourly tonnage,
So look,
hourly.
you got dirt, that's the yay. You got asphalt, that's the we're gonna say so we got dirt, that's the weed. You got asphalt, that's the pills. You feel me? Then you got the snow money, you know what I'm saying? That's that snow, you know what I'm saying? So you can just pick your poison. It's the same game, just a different hustle, and you ain't gotta look over your shoulder, man. You ain't gotta go, go away to the feds, man, and your family be asking for your people for money, man, leaving your loved ones and your kids and stuff out here, man. You pick a good hustle, man, and you in there like swim with. Already. We ain't know what the ailment,
Legit.
legit, yeah, it's legit, man. It's all legit, man. Hey, look, man, it's all legit. Come get the paper, man. Look, man, switch your hustle up. This is legit. You ain't gotta look over your shoulder no more, man. So, man, Melvin, again, man, thanks,
Hey.
man. And it's all good, man. Let's get this money. Let's get this money.
Okay,
Look,
one
he
shot.
can't-
Don't make me do this shit again.
No.
He
Always
like
tell two
doing
shots.
it.
That